move this down. What is that? What is that? Why am I getting a weird... What is this light coming through the window here? Oh, I'm gonna get an echo. Let me turn that off. What's everybody up to? Just gonna do a little Sunday afternoon lives just for giggles. Bando picks, I'm in here. What's happening? What's everybody up to on a Sunday afternoon? I have been cleaning, organizing, filmed a video, watched a little tri-state, cleaned a little more. Just kind of been reorganizing. I chopped? Sure. Cut a bunch of boxes. Just been going through stuff, you know, weekend duties. Pretty busy with the channel and stuff during the week. And then Sunday afternoon, like, oh, now it's time to get stuff going down. What's up, Kenman? Finally got my name fixed. Not now for now. None for now. None for now? None for now. What's up, Clint? Marco? What are you guys doing on a lovely Sunday afternoon? It's nice and sunny out. I'm getting this. What is this? It's weird because there's no... Wait. So that's coming from over here. If I stand over there, it disappears. But there's no light over here. I'm getting some weird, like, it's a ghost. That light, right up. See, now it's gone. When I stand here, where in the hell? It's like I'm getting some cross reflection from light over there, and I don't know. That's so weird. Wonder if my camera's dirty. Nope. Well, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, got some projects I'm going to start up. Not sure which ones I'm going to do today. Have a few knives. I'm going to do some acid etching too. This Zencut, oh geez. Zencut Scepter. I did the dye on the handle on this one. Made it that super ugly yellow. But I need some knives to experiment with this ferric chloride that I got. I'm going to do some acid etching, maybe some stone washing, maybe add some patterns. Where is the one that I already did? Here's a Kaiser. I put that false Hamon line, kind of made it look like a great white shark. So I'm looking to do some acid etching like that. This actually, if we get in here close, it turned out really, really good. The surface is clean and smooth, uniform. Basically, you clean that metal off really good before you start and get a good clean dip. It should uniformly do its thing. So that's cool. I've only done 2 blades so far, but I'm going to be doing that Zencut. I'm going to do this Zencut right here. This is the Naches. Also did the dye on this one. Did that kind of weathered, beat up, kind of aged. It was kind of a orangish, and put the blue over there and then sanded a lot of it away and kind of give it that dirty blue jeans kind of look. But both these Zencuts are a nice little budget knife. You know, around $40. Good action for a price knife. no price, a knife of this price. The quality is there. I've gotten, I don't know how many Sen cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have a couple over there. 10, 11. I've sold probably 5, 6. Sen cut's a pretty nice budget company. They are in the Civivi We family. So We would be the top tier of the company. Then Civivi is kind of that mid-range, and Sen cut's more of their budget line. Have you? No, I have not. We don't do that in here. But they are fun, nice and slicey, good action on it. Great candidate for doing some tests. Another one I got is this Olatans. I do not remember what the name of this is. It's probably, I think the Olatans one is one of those ones where it's got a name of like a number, like an OL427 or something stupid like that. What acid? I use ferric chloride. I bought this stuff right here. And then I've been, I'm going to experiment some more. The first tests I did, I mixed the ferric chloride with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. It was recommended to me from Aries EDC, and he's had some success with it, so I figured I'd try that out. 3 Green Charms, cool collection. I make knives. What kind of knives do you make? Interest. Fixed blades, folders, friction folders. This is one of my newest little friction folders, this little tiny little thing. Bastinelli Fox. Crap, I can't remember the name of this thing. But it is cool. I actually got this one off of Blade Binge used. If you haven't checked out Blade Binge, it's a cool little spot. You can get new or used, and you can sell your knives on there as well. Do you play guitar? I do. How'd you know? I don't have any guitars laying around, but yeah, I've been playing guitar for quite a few years. Hi, KDK and all. What's up, Gnarly Charlie? What are you up to on this Sunday? You make fixed blades. Cool. 3 Green Charms. Do you do like stock removal, or do you actually forge fully, pound them out all the way? Thanks for subscribing, Kyrilius. I like that, Kyrilius. That is cool. Love that little guy. Yeah, I've been getting more into the smaller knives. 3 Green, and this little, tell me that's not cool, right? Super fun. I ended up getting a few of them. Don't have a lot. I've got the old school peasant knife. This is just a classic Sword peasant knife, but that same friction folder action. Not something that I carry on a regular basis, but I'm a collector, obviously, and so I like to find a little bit of everything. I'd say here's one other one. This is the Higo Hago no Kami. You got to stop and think. Kind of a fun one, neat shape. They've been making these for years. This is what is it? Blue paper steel, something like that. Robo Steve, oh hi, I'm new. Do you collect knives? Robo Steve. I do not. I actually, when I find them, I take them. You know, I stuck them away here like a squirrel, and it's getting close to winter, and I gotta have them all. And that's what I do. Mostly do stock removal for 10 years. Haven't bothered with the forge, or at least so far. There's nothing wrong with that. Totally, I would love to get into some stock removal. It's a great way to do it, and especially if you want to get into something And there are many places that offer a nice piece of stock. You can just grab it, get your tools, start removing and shaping it up, and do it. It's better than what I'm doing right now. I'd love to get into some removal. I'd love to get into forging. I did go to a Midwest knife makers show. I guess it was a couple months ago now. But I met a few local area guys that make knives, and it just looked fun. And one of them was on Forged in Fire. I can't remember his name. But he offers some classes, like the class where you can, it's like an 8-hour day where you're basically starting with, there's one where you use a railroad spike and create a knife out of it, and another one where you, what is the other found item that you use to make it? Kind of expensive for a class, but I mean, if you're paying someone their expertise for 6 to 8 hours of their time, could definitely be worth it. Anybody ever take one of those classes? 3 Green Charms actually makes some. Maybe he's even offered or had some people come and kind of apprentice once in a while. I'd meet up with you if you were close to Minneapolis, right? What is going on here? Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to do a few more of these vertical lives once in a while, just kind of see what's going on once here and there. Sunday afternoon, I went and looked. Nobody was live. Nothing was really happening. I have some stuff to do later, meeting up with family and stuff, but figured I'd go and jump on really quick, see what everyone's up to. What small fixed blade do you recommend for EDC? Actually been working on this lately, trying to come up with some ideas, doing some tests. I hadn't really done it too much myself, but one of my favorites right now is this one here. This is the Kubi Quaken. I got the one in Ultim. 14C28N blade. Nice little smaller knife. So if you were looking, like you said, small fixed blade, this is where it's at. Let me find my sheath for it. Just the one? Yeah. I do want to get an Ulti clip for this. This has that bigger belt clip, but I do have some TD McQuaid pants. And, hold on, I got carrying the Petrified Fish Beluga today. But this this front pocket, so you've got your normal front pocket, but then you have this little extra pocket there. And with this, you get the Ulti clip, or with this larger piece, it actually holds it in that pocket. But when I slide that, if I can get it in there, sits in there right like that, just a little bit sticking out, but you can reach in, get to the blade, and make your cuts, do your thing, and then you go find that pocket and just click her back in. Not a bad deal. Pretty small, thin, smaller profile. I mean, clearly, I'll grab like a buck 119. This is probably one of my favorite fixed blades, but a daily carry on this is going to be significantly different. You can kind of see that size. Really nice for a smaller fixed blade. Although one of my favorite newer fixed blades that I've been enjoying is the new Kaiser Milita. So if you look at that Milita, it's definitely a little bit larger. So you said smaller fixed blade. This might be a little bit on the bigger side, but I did carry this. I like to play disc golf, and I threw around like a week ago with that in my pocket there the whole time. Took it out, made a few cuts here and there, put it back, and I was able to enjoy my entire day with this size of a fixed blade. And surprising. I'm definitely, I carry big folders. This is large, but when you got it folded, sticking in there, so you don't have that extra little bits popping out. Use a buck 119 for hunting, for sure. Buck 119 is awesome. I mean, USA made 6-inch blade. Thing is great. Look at how thick that handle is. Just a beef. Almost cut my cord with that. The new Kaiser Milita, though, look at those jimps on that inner spot. Jimps on the back. You've got these extra jimps up there for getting in and doing some cuts. It just feels really, really good in the hand. I love the Milita. So you're basically taking this folder and kind of turn it into a fixed blade. It's a little different. The handle's a little bit thinner, a little more slim. Very similar though. But the full-size Militaw is a winner. A lot of new versions of that from Kaiser right now. This is the 154 CM, the wood, and the G10. This one goes for about 70 bucks. I think the most budget, they have like versions D2, 154, Nitro V, S35 VN, a lot of different styles, titanium. So you get one as low as 50 bucks. You can get one for 200, depending on how much of a premium you want. But definitely a smaller fixed blade. Check out the Kubi Quaken. That one is really cool. Another one I have from Kaiser. This is the Kaiser Groom. Also has some Ultim. Interesting, kind of a stranger shape, but it is slim, thin, low profile. If you look at that next to the Quaken, about the same size, not as big. Has this larger area, kind of a ring section, but two little notches for fingers. Get in there like that. It is not large. Good cutter, good carry. Kaiser Groom might be another option for you right there. Thank you for subscribing. Buddha Vlogs and Evo 8 GSR. I do a lot of custom stuff on the channel if you're interested in that. Always getting new knives, testing out new knives. Been testing a lot of fixed blades lately. But I do customizations. So I do dies, weathered dies like this. I do laser marks. This one here was this color when I got it, and I laser marked this side. So I put that cool paisley pattern on there. Another laser mark I did is the, oh geez, this is the CJRB Agave. So the handle was silver. I dialed in a white setting. So I did a reverse image of an agave plant and then put that on the handle of this agave. So the laser mark is actually the white, and the silver sections are the original color of the handle. So custom laser marking. I've been getting into shipwrecking. So this was a solid, smooth piece of brass, and then you put it in a container with ammonia and salts and chemicals and allow it to naturally create these cool patterns. Here's another one. This is Civivi X-Arc. This one is copper. That process only works on copper and brass, but you can get these really interesting marbly flashes of color and splashes and interesting effects. I've been working on testing it. I like to do experiments. I like to test. I like to see what you can do, what you can come up with. And one of the neat things about shipwrecking is just the different things that you do, the way that you do it, the way that you apply it, and the length of time that you let it sit. Here is a little Rough Rider where I started doing some tests. I'm just going to leave the blades shut on here, but if you look at this one, see how it's got a lot of marbly colors, a lot of dark colors. So that was like a first experiment, and I knew that the salt gives you extra blues. So I kind of went light on the salt to see what some of the other things would do. Then I took the same style of knife. So here's the first one. Second one I did, I added a lot of salt. So this one was heavy ammonia and salt. And that salt gives you a lot more of that blue, the blue-green kind of shades. So you can see the difference, a little bit of evolution and how I did it. And then the third one, I did a combination. So I did stuff kind of like the first one, but then I also added a little extra salt, and that gave me this. So you can't really necessarily control where everything happens, but it is permanent. It's patinaing and changing, patinaing. Sure. You're doing a forced patina to the brass or the copper, and so that is actually there. I didn't paint that. You put it in there, and the chemicals physically change it. Like if you've seen on outside buildings where there's statues and they've turned blue, that's basically a piece of brass or like a copper statue that's been sitting outside of the elements and is naturally weathered. But it's called shipwrecking because you've got this interesting kind of, it looks like you threw it down in the ocean and just let it sit, and all these things kind of grew and developed on it. Very, very fun. I got this large Rough Rider that I'm going to be shipwrecking really soon. I'm probably going to take this apart and do it later tonight. I've never seen a Rough Rider D2 blade Brass handle with those little green accents. This one's going to be a fun one. It is large. The other one is one of my favorite knives of all time, is the Towser K from Kaiser. Excellent action, flicks out really good. That liner lock just works. You just drop it to your thumb and just give it a little swing. Boom. 83 of us in here, only 12 likes. I try not to slut it out too much, but if you guys get that like button, that helps out a little bit, help the channel grow. Whoa, careful. Careful. Towser K though is awesome. It is a bigger knife. It's just a great knife. Those jumps on there. This is copper, so I'm going to clean this one up and do the shipwreck for it really soon. Robo Stevo, that is mine. That is correct. Robo actually won this one. Did a little giveaway a couple of weeks ago, and I let him pick which one he wanted. He also's got a mask and that sweet fixed blade. Coming soon, bud. I need to do that video, and wonder if I'll do that when I'm live. How long does the shipwrecking process take? As little as maybe 6 hours sitting. If you watch, I have videos. I have a playlist already. So if you go to my channel, you can click on the playlists, and there's a shipwreck playlist of about 6 to 8 videos so far. The reality is, though, after you've got the knife taken apart, that's probably takes the most time. And then you're prepping the container that you're putting it in with the chemicals and stuff, and then you seal it up. That really doesn't take more than 10, 15 minutes. And then you just wait. And so you could let it sit 6 hours. I've had some sit overnight. I had one I sat overnight. I took it out. I changed it. I put it back in. Let it sit. It probably had 20 plus hours sitting in that fume container. That was this one here. I just wasn't happy with it. What is cool is if you do the first one, you get it like this, and you don't like it. You can take these Santoroku stones. It's basically like a sanding stone, and you can clean them up. And if there's really deep sections, you might leave a little pit or something like that. But you can kind of clean them up and then do it again. That is how I ended up with this. I think I did this one like 3 different times. The first one, I tried to completely remove it. The second one, I didn't remove it, and then I just put it back in and just let it keep going, because it'll continue to evolve and change. It is fun, though. My chat just likes to freeze. There we go. Popped up a little bit. What is your favorite crossbar? I just showed you a Towser K a second ago. This is the mini Towser K. This is the White Mountain Knives exclusive. This is a Kaiser clutch lock on here. The clutch lock from Kaiser is probably the best version of a crossbar lock that is made, in my opinion. Every one that you have, the action just is smooth. It opens great. This one's got that frag titanium 154 cm. This is currently my favorite knife. Not my most expensive knife, but 154 and titanium frag with an excellent feel. All those jumps on there. Excellent stuff. Benchmade Narrow, says Mr. Eddie. What's up, Mr. Eddie? How are you doing? We got Mr. Eddie in the chat. If you want to go check out his YouTube channel, he is also a knife maker. This is one of the knives that he made. I bought from him. Nice, thick, cool honeycomb handle. And then look at these facets, this natural blade. Oh, I love it. It just feels good. It looks super cool. Very unique. No one else will have one quite like that. Oh, I got this scalpel. This is the Baltic Blades scalpel. It is really small. I would say as far as a smaller knife, I like a little bit more blade to it than this. It is good, but it is a little bit tinier. Solid stuff, though. What are you up to today, Mr. Eddie? Working on any new knives right now? Gnarly Charlie's got that Rough Rider brass Warney. Isn't this thing crazy, dude? It's just a beast. Wasn't too expensive either. I think it was all 30. I think 30 bucks, something like that. It's cool though. I mean, for a D2 Rough Rider, but I get to shipwreck it. So that's all I care about. Is I can do some customizations. That is excellent. I definitely am going to try doing ferric chloride on this Olatans. This is a cool little knife. I think I want to try to give it a false Simone on that blade just to kind of make it look more like this cool like sword. If you want to know what a hamon is, there is an actual hamon right there. This is the Max Ace Goliath. That blade is a Sanmai SLD Magic, so it's a sandwiched blade. There's multiple layers, and so the outer layers are making the spine stronger, and then the middle layer is coming across the front there, so you get that natural hamon line. Super cool. This is one of my favorites. It's just a beast. Absolute pig of a knife. Right? Been getting into the Divo knives. Anybody have any Divo knives? This is the Divo Pony Stout. Titanium. Got some great action. It's a smaller knife, but it flicks out good. I love that choke up spot. Grab on there. Your thumb sits right there. Look at how your index finger just goes right into that spot for doing little draw cuts. Blade sits in a nice angle. Super fun. Definitely enjoying Divo's premium quality, excellent company. Glad to give them some business. I dig this one. I'm going to be carrying this one a lot more. I'm going to be doing an anodizing project to that. I don't have anything anodized in front of me to show. You can go check out some anodizing videos on the channel though. It is fun. I've done several where I do like you anodize it, then I do a laser mark removal, and then anodize it again and get multi-colors. Actually, excuse me, I got a couple in these bags that I anodized. So the reason they're in the bags is so I don't touch them and I don't mess them up. But these were originally just titanium colored. Here's another one that I did in blue. These are great. Little titanium and S35 VN blade right there. So this one I did in solid blue. And these are an example of basically I did this all in the green, and green is at the end of the spectrum. So I anodized it all the way to the last color you can do in anodizing. Then I sanded the top and then anodized it again. And so that as it goes through the layers of the colors of the spectrum, I stopped at gold. And because that's lower, it doesn't affect the higher colors in that spectrum. So then you're able to get that kind of two-tone color. Same thing with this one. Brought it all the way to magenta and then sanded off the top and then redid the second section in the gold. Fun stuff. Going to be giving those away probably pretty soon. Stupid chat doesn't like it. And then my chat on my phone freezes every time. Who does vertical lives and doesn't have chat issues on their phone? I don't know how to then make it refresh. Whatever. So that's why I got my tablet down here and I can pull that up. Gian Fathen, I would like to respond to you, but I can't read. I only can read English. If you can translate to English, I would love to answer your question. I apologize. What's going on? Eagle Scout EDC, another guy with a channel in here. He's an up-and-comer, doing some cool stuff. If you haven't had a chance, go check out Eagle Scout EDC. What are you up to today, bud? Sorry, I'm just kind of going through the chat here, seeing if I missed anything. Edwards. I got some Edwards. These are not all Edwards. I think I made, or no, these both are, but this one is a Kenman Danyard. I'm not a huge Edwards fan, but these smaller knives, like this Concept Rio, it's a two-finger grab, so the other two can grab onto that lanyard. Edward. Boom. Tell me that's not a super cool M390 on that little blade. Like a little 1 inch, 1.5 inch blade. Front flipper. Jesus. Front flipper only, but cool one from Concept. A couple of my favorite smaller ones. This is the Kaiser Urban Buoy. I think I want to do a custom to this too. Maybe put that false Simone on this blade. I think I've seen that. I think Nathan from Nathan's Knives, another good channel. Go check out Nathan. He also works for Concept. So if you go to the blade shows, you would see Nathan there. But he does a lot of custom stuff on his channel. I think he might have done that. I'm gonna have to look that up, but it probably would look good with a nice little line on there, some cool customization to it. Maybe I'll get that CNC running and work on some scales for it. Definitely probably one of my favorite smaller knives though is the Civivi Baby Banter. This is a Ben Peterson design, Civivi company. Good one for that lanyard because you can kind of get in there and hold it. Great choke up spot though. Boom. Excellent. I love this. The blade shape. Who likes a nice Warncliffe? Oof. Makes some nice cuts. I really like the way they did that finish. Darker finish like a stone wash. I want to try that out. That'll be something I'm going to be doing with the ferric chloride very soon, so stay tuned for that. Ron Dobbins in the house. What's going on, Ron? Gian's trying to translate. Yeah, I can do it on my phone, but not when I'm running live, so I can't read that, unfortunately. I'd love to be able to answer your question. Ron Dobbins says, hit that thumbs up. Please do. We're getting there, and we've got 76 of you in here. We should be able to pop that up to 70, just like that, if you're having a good time. And if not, that's fine. It's fine. I'm having a good time. I don't know. It's Sunday afternoon, playing with some knives. Who likes a little gravity in their life? You got it. That's how gravity works, Kenman. There you go. This is a budget gravity from Trezin. I actually have a couple nice gravity knives coming from Mikey Trails. He's going to let me check his out. But this one, you can get this off of Amazon for like 20, 25 bucks. Just a simple boom, out, drops, shake it out. They're fun. Good little gimmicky, fidgety kind of a knife. Or if you just need that real small, boom, tiny little fifth pock. Kershaw, what is this, the Ember? That laser mark did turn out really good though, right? I mean, what's better, this kind of boring gray or that? Definitely getting into some more crazy laser marking stuff really soon, so watch out for that. Ron Dobbins carrying that Sweeney Mars Valley carbon fiber golden design nugget and a Jack Wolf Venom today. Ron is doing it up. Very nice. I want to get that Sydney Sweeney. You know what I'm saying? Really enjoying the new Microjet. Tempest Knives Microjet. This thing feels great. Doing a custom on this pretty soon too. I have a few customs that I got to finish for other people first. And so I have several of mine that I'd like to do. I do some custom stuff at home, but I work at a metal finishing company. So I have access to anodizing equipment, sandblasting equipment, laser marking. But I only can do it in my off when I'm not working and the machines are free. So it's not always something that I can just jump on and do at any time versus if I want to do like a die project or something like that, or the shipwreck, I can just come home and just get that stuff out and start doing it. I am looking at maybe picking up my own laser, maybe some anodizing equipment as well. I did get a CNC machine, so I'm gonna kind of start building some stuff so I can do some more customizations. Really, I'm an artist and I like doing stuff. How to order. You would have to email me directly, Gian. I don't have like a storefront per se, but I do custom stuff. I don't always like, because I have a custom like this laser mark agave. I could sell this, and if someone wants to buy it and they say, hey, I want to buy that, I will sell it to them. I have no problem with that. All the custom stuff that I do is technically for sale, but I don't necessarily list it. It's more word of mouth, or a lot of people also send me stuff. So they'll say, oh, I've got MPG sent me her pyrite months ago. I'm a little behind. But so she sent me that. I'm going to do a laser mark to it, and then I'll send it back. Or Clint sent me one of his spider coals, and we did something to that. So I'm always doing custom stuff. If you have a knife that you want me to do something to, we can discuss it and send it to me. If you go to the info in my description or on my channel, you can email me or message me on Instagram, and we can talk about some stuff. You can go to the channel. You can kind of see a lot of the stuff that I do as far as like the laser marking and the dye projects. I did the dye on this Civivi Vision FG, made it red. This was white G10, but why wouldn't you want it in the red? Actually, this is one of my early dyes. Did this right after it came out. Use this one a lot. It's fun. So you can see it's kind of worn down on the edges a little bit, but super fun stuff. Hit me up if you're interested. What was the small fixed blade again? Which one? The Kubi Quaken was the one I recommend probably the most. This thing just feels great. It's got a good size to it. Although I don't have in front of me to show. Kaiser has some smaller ones right now that I would definitely check out. The Kaiser Muskrat is a really cool new shape that's not super large. Actually, if you go to Kaiser and just look at their fixed blades, they have probably 4 or 5. The deckhand is really nice. My brain is kind of not working right now. That Groom is a fun one. Anything from Kaiser, honestly, I kind of stand by their company. They've sent me some stuff. They are cool. But I give my honest, open, full opinion. And the reason I have more Kaisers in my collection than anything else is because they're great. I bought most of them on my own. I think the reason they started doing stuff with me is because they realized I had like a whole bunch of them already. Yeah, the Smolt wild card. That was another one. The 3V Smolt from Kaiser. That one is also really great. Anyone who's in the chat can give some recommendations as well. Mike's Knives, what's going on? How are you doing? Mike's Knives also has a channel. Check him out. Go see where you at subs wise, bud. You getting up there? I know you're trying to get to another milestone. I can't remember what it was. I apologize. But yeah, that 3V Kaiser Smolt is also a really cool one. Can you street fight, my G? I mean, anyone can. How well will you do? Someone said, do I have any autos? I do somewhere. Here's the Boker Kalashnikov. This is a great budget auto. I think these are around 50, 60 bucks. I got the lefty version, which basically just means the button's on this side versus this side. But I'm a lefty, so why wouldn't you? These are great. Just a simple Boker Kalashnikov, out the side, boom. Really nice action. If you're looking for out the front, where did I have this? Right there. One of these I just got recently. This is cool. This little USB. Check this out. Wow. That would be an out the front. This is the Boker USB. They call it a USB because it looks like a little USB stick, but it's tiny. You can just put it in a hand. Oh my God. Forget the second half of that, huh? Fail. Out the fronts are cool though, huh? Not really my style. My style is more fidgety, fun like this. This is the Divo Tall Boy. This one came out not too long ago. Look at that dark mode, fat carbon, sick. Divo makes some really cool stuff. Tall Boy sold out in less than a half hour. I was lucky to jump on it maybe and pick one up. I think they are going to be doing another drop. Anybody in the chat know that's happening pretty soon? $141 for Mike's Knives, looking for $250. Got that 3-winner giveaway coming then. So yeah, go check out Mike's Knives. Watch a couple of those videos, see what you think. Give them a sub. Love the fidgety knives. Me too. Something where you can just mess around with it. I can open it this way. I can open it that way. Just different styles, varieties. That's my jam all day, especially when you got something like the Vision FG where it's got that super lock on the back. Oh, just full lefty, righty compatibility. Excellent stuff. Drop Bear. Boom. Kaiser Drop Bear. Another one of those clutch locks. I'm telling you, that's the best crossbar lock in existence. Super fidget fun. The blade is solid. It's not moving, but you're looking at it like, how does that, it looks like it's so, oh, I missed. It looks like it's so loose. It seems loose because it's just so smooth. It just, you squeeze that, it just drops, it opens. Fantastic stuff. Couple new ones from Molesect. I've been really liking this thing. I don't know. I haven't carried it too much, but I love beefy knives. If you watch the channel, you know I really like these big hogs. And this is the Jungle with that cool snake kind of pattern. Drops. It's huge. Why wouldn't it? Got that choke up spot. The fun little black with the red little accent on there. If anything, the clip could be a little tighter. I think I could probably take that off and give it a little push bend, and then it might be pushing a little bit better against the scale. But when it's a little bit, it just got a little bit of too much of a flex to it. It's fine when you're grabbing it, it feels good, but I don't like when I go like that. I kind of feel like, ooh, what's loose? Something's loose. I'm sorry, I'm new here. Do you sell these? I mostly am a knife customizer, reviewer channel. I bring you along for the ride when I do custom stuff, but I do sell it. I don't really have a storefront, but I do customs. People send me stuff. I do the custom job to it, and then I send it to them. When I do a job, like I did this little Kershaw Ember, I put that laser mark on it. So I've done that, and then most often what happens is someone will say, oh, that was cool, I want to buy that one, and then I have them message me, and then I give them some pricing, and then sell it off. I do some anodizing, so these little anodized two-tone blades, these are technically for sale as well. That's why I have them in the bags. When you do anodizing, if you touch it, it starts to fade, and you can kind of see it, which is fine. It's kind of a cool patina. This is the one I carry. So this was done blue, and if you look in that crease, you can see where it's a little bit shinier blue. So this was all a little bit shinier than that, and by holding it and carrying it and using it, you kind of dull it up a little bit. But it's a tiny, fun little fifth pocketer. God, why can't I open this one today? S35 VN and titanium on this tiny little thing. So yeah, I do a job. So I'll do a dye job on a knife. This is the Sencut Natchez. I dyed the orange handle blue and then sanded it and weathered it and worn it. I'm actually going to take this back apart. I'm going to do some ferric chloride etching to the blade like I did on this Aggressor. The Aggressor, I dyed this one red, and then I put that acid etched line across the blade. So just basically doing a lot of fun customization. Things are always available. I love doing customization stuff so much that I'd rather do that, and then someone wants it, I can sell that off to them for cheap, and then I get and buy another one and do it again. Wow. don't know if you can hear that jet flying over, but that sounded ridiculous. Just got into the shipwrecking. You take copper or brass scales and put them in with chemicals and actually get them to patina and change into these cool colors. Super fun. I showed this laser mark a little bit ago too. So that is a white laser mark on a silver handle. So you just watch the channel, look at some of the stuff I'm doing, interact on the lives. I do live on Thursdays consistently at 6 p.m. Central Time. We talk about a lot of stuff. People ask for advice. A lot of times I'm all about also just teaching. If you want to now try to do a shipwreck, you can watch a couple videos, meet up with some lives, ask me some questions, and I can kind of help assist you to learn how to do it yourself. And that is most of what the channel is about. I'm an artist. I like doing projects. I like collecting knives. I've got a ton of them, and that's where we're at. Here is a fade dye. So I can teach you how to do a fade dye. This was a jade color, so then we dipped it. I did the whole thing in yellow, and then I started dipping it in red, and then I remove it as it's dipping so that it gets darker towards the end. A little bit more complex than that, but you can watch some of the videos on how I did it. You can actually watch the video on how I did this one right here. But the fades are fun. This is a concept mini helix. And if you think, why is this the mini helix? That doesn't look like a mini. That thing is a beast. Well, the reason that this is the mini helix is because this is the actual helix. Tell me that's not cool. Full-size helix is a button lock concept. I haven't done anything to this one, but I might mess around with it a little bit. We'll see. Absolute beast. Mini helix. I love it when they say it's a mini though, and it's still big. The one I always like to grab, my favorite mini, is the Kaiser Mini Paragon. Yes, this is the mini because there is a bigger one out there. Look at the size of that blade. Absolutely ridiculous. I have a how-to shipwreck video. That's what I got. That's how I got none for now to subscribe. Yeah, that full-size helix is a monster. Concept has been really making some cool stuff. If you haven't seen some of the stuff from Concept, here's the Shikari. Button lock Shikari. Titanium and micarta. Just a great feel. Look at that thumb ramp right there. Super cool knife. You want a little bit more budget-friendly one. This is the Concept Cryo. Did the dye on this handle, kind of gave it a dirty, weathered look. But listen to this. Just clicky, snappy. Boom. Couple of premium Kaisers. Concepts. This is the Concept Tuckamore. This is one of my favorite knives. I don't know, something about it. It's just cool, excellent looking design. Drops out, flicks out, fun. Super cool. What kind of Band-Aids do you recommend? I don't like Band-Aids. I cut myself on occasion, sure, but I'm not a Band-Aid guy. I'll sit there and hold it like this until it stops bleeding or put some super glue on it. Here's a full lefty. This is the Concept Warrior. It's got some textured titanium bolster, micarta. It's got a lefty lock. So we've got a lefty frame bolster lock right there. Who doesn't want a full lefty? Concept also. Here's another lefty from them. This is the Fenrir. Another premium titanium and shredded carbon fiber. Got the lefty lock, flicks out nice. Got a front flipper on there. Look at this dual kind of choke up section right there. Really fun shape. Got to get a couple solid lefties. What is your favorite one? I know you probably have more than one. Philip, I have top fives or whatever. Right now I keep saying though my favorite is the Mini Towser K from Kaiser. This is a White Mountain Knives exclusive. 154 cm, and then you have the titanium with the frag pattern. slightly beefier, nice little choke up spot, tons of jimps right there. Just an excellent knife to get in there to do work. I love the Towser K. Actually, this is my favorite, but it would be better. This is a Towser K in copper, and it has a liner lock, and something about the action of the liner lock. Still flicks out nice. You drop it down your thumb, just give it a little spin, and it just drops. I dig it. I actually have 4 Towser Ks. I have those 2, and then I have these 2. So we can do some dueling Towser K action. Super fun stuff. Saying what my favorite though, it's just tough. Towser K, top 5 for sure on that version right there. I'm really enjoying the Milita. Kaiser Milita is great. Currently though, one of my new top 5s is the Divo Pony Stout. This thing is sick. I want to do some titanium anodizing to it, get this thing up so I can just carry it around all the time. Feels so good for a smaller knife. I love it. Always am going to be a fan of the Vision FG, that ambidextrous lock. It's just like a shark, or the shark lock. This is the super lock, but it's just like a shark lock from the Demco AD 20.5. There it is right there. You can see it's on the back, so it's got that same action. Demco AD 20.5 is in my top 5 as well. It's just got this clickety-clack. Just great stuff. I need to get the titanium version, though, a little bit cooler. Leafy Wiggy, sorry I'm late. I'm not going to be on forever, just doing a little short little vertical. Wow, we're at 51 minutes already. That is something else. There it is. Also, another one that's fast moving up to something that I think I would carry all the time is the Tempest Knives Microjet. This one just released a few weeks ago. There are not many of them left. He did a small drop. If you are interested, I would pick one up now. That micro mill titanium is really cool. It's just got a great feel. Flicks out excellent. Solid budget users that I could carry every day that I have in all my videos for comparisons. The CJRB Pyrite. Pyrite is an excellent button lock that is just a great user. And the Drop Bear, the Kaiser Drop Bear. Both of these are just a daily carry. If you had either of these for your daily, you would be totally good. Ron Dobbins, have you had any winter blade? I've never been able to handle or mess around with the winter blades. I would like to. They sell out fast. They're not available as much. They're expensive. I think they're cool, for sure. But I haven't had a chance to handle one yet. I am a lefty wild card. So that comes into play for sure. There we go. Another one of my absolute favorites. This is the CJRB Riff button lock. It's got a nice ting. Flips out nice. Got a fuller. Big old long fuller on there. Easy to flick out. Such a cool knife. Big and beefy. Chonker jimps. Excellent stuff. Do I like assisted knives? Not as much. Not as much. I'm definitely, as a lefty, I really enjoy button locks. Just because it's easy to actuate from both. I like the crossbar locks. This is the CJRB Hectare. This one is a bug out killer. I got the S90V version with the Ultim. Got that great crossbar, easy to open and close, flicks out nice. I'd take this over a bug out any day of the week, including today. If you do like the Pyrite, I recommend the Echo. This is the premium, the old school premium Echo with titanium. This button lock is great. It's got that super light that I just missed. Super light front flick that you hardly need to do anything to get to go. Excellent stuff. What did I scratch? Everything. Everything. But yeah, I think the Echo is so underrated. So many people got right into the Pyrite, and the Echo kind of fell off. They got a newer one with titanium that's got this really cool pattern on the inside. Kind of a similar pattern to the Kaiser Brat, where it's got that kind of a textured section in the middle, almost like a gun barrel stock. I'm not gun barrel. The stock, like a rifle stock. Cool stuff. This is an integral. That's a one piece all the way around. So they milled that out of one piece of G10. Tell me that's not cool stuff. Check out this chat. Thanks for subscribing. Full Metal Chad, Cash EDC. Much appreciated. A lot of fun here on the channel. I try to do some vertical lives once in a while, every couple of days. I post full-length video every day. A lot of new unboxings, a lot of customizations. A lot of fun, for sure. Slicey action. My normal live that I do consistently, horizontal live, where we can multi-screen. I can bring on guests. We can look stuff up, so I'll bring up multi-screens. We can pull up your Instagram and look at stuff that you've done. I do that on Thursday nights, 6 p.m. Central Time. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the channel. It's not my main gig. It's just my side fun project I like to do. I'm an artist, and I like to mess around with knives, and I like to collect knives. And it's a good outlet. The community is fantastic, and it's happy times. Yeah, I like a grippy, that grip texture on handles. Sometimes it doesn't, when you're sticking it in the pocket, it gets a little bit tight. Not in the case of the Brat. I know that there's a few, what was it? The Cachet, Civivi Cachet. This knife is sweet. Very classy, cool looking. You can flick it out. I did the die on this one too. It was white. And we got that cool red, plus with the silver on those kind of bolster. Drops really nice, flicks out excellent, just a cool looking knife. But that texture, can you see inside the squares? Each square has more squares. Very textured. It's great, feels awesome in the hand. But when you go to put that in your pocket and you're sitting there right at that spot and you're ready to push onto that there, you can feel that rubbing against there. And what happens is when you have a knife like that, if that would be like your daily carry, it would be fine. It's a great knife. But you would notice that your jeans will start to wear out faster in that spot. Every time you're going in and out, it's going to kind of just give it a little bit more wear than a knife that would slide in smoother. Another one from Civivi that's got that same kind of style where I did that die on the red. This was jade. Put that little piece in the middle. Just looks super cool. Great action. God, I'm dropping them. At least I'm not dropping them over my knives. I'm dropping them over here. I'm still dropping stuff today. Not cool. It's kind of odd. See how I'm standing? You're like, okay, what? Doesn't seem like much, but watch. I'm going to keep my arm perfectly still and turn. Look at that. I'm like way out like this. So I'm kind of reaching out to you to try to keep a good angle. I don't know. Making up excuses here. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Give me 1 second here. Where I got stuff everywhere. There it is. Look at this cool sword. Miniature sword. Had this for like 20 years from Cold Steel. Can't even remember. Probably 2006, 7. Yeah, maybe 18 years. Really fun one. Do I cut anything with it? Hardly. Do I just kind of pick it up, hold it, and go, yeah, that looks rad? Yes, I do. Another one I found was in a box. The CRKT First Strike. This has been out for almost 20 years as well. Just a beef. Look at how thick that is. Just a chunk. But if you have, like, you're looking for a survival type of a just you want to baton the crap out of something, this is a big solid piece of steel to do it. For sure. We are almost at an hour already. Wow. We need your first aid steel or skills. Do you like the cold steel Atlas lock? I have a couple of cold steel. This is the Fin Wolf. This is more of a budget knife. I got this on my All in a Day series. I have this series that I do where I research, I find a knife, I order it, it's shipped, delivered, and I do the unboxing for it all in one day. It's not necessarily going to work everywhere. If you live in a rural kind of area that doesn't have it, I live in the metro Minneapolis area, so there are many things. You just go to Amazon, type delivers today, pocket knives, and then you start looking. And so I started doing a series on it, but that Fin Wolf was one that I got. Another one that is the, what is this? The Tough Light. Got that same super strong lock right there. And as you can see, the Tough Light, I use this bad boy. This is my box cutting machine. Something about it's just a small size. That choke up is right there. I can just get into a piece of cardboard. It's not like this huge extra piece that extra blade that you don't need. Cardboard's never going to be more than like that thick. So you can just get in there and just push through it. Holds an edge pretty good. It's also locked out. I'm not going to be worried about any type of a fails with this. And you can flick it out if you give it a little wrist. Not like something that I carry and use, but I mean, carry and use. But it stays at home, and I got a bunch of boxes I needed to cut today, I grabbed this one. I do test other things, like I did get these mole sects, and so because it's a new company from 2024, I want to test out the quality of their blade steel, their heat treat, you know, what I think about them, so I can give a good review on it for long term. And so I did cut some boxes and did some test cuts with those. That mole sect Orbit, this one's really cool. Talk about a slicey, pokey. Hold on. Boom. Look at that tip. And then it's a hollow grind right there. Holy cow, that thing just gets in, feels good in the hand. I will probably have this to be a user. I talk about certain knives being just, some knives, I want to pick them up. I want to hold them, you know, and go like, oh, this thing is gorgeous. I want to keep it mint like a brand new pair of shoes and just like never use it and just open it, close it, enjoy it. Kind of a safe queen. Doesn't mean that I do that, but some of them give me more of that sensation versus something like the Kaiser Lieb gives me the cut sensation. The second I grab this, I'm like, okay, I need to cut, wear some cardboard, wear something thick. This is just a beefcake in your hand, and it just says, hey, make some cuts. Make some cuts right now. Try to steer off. Yeah, we're having some fun. All right, I got stuff to do. I got to go. 58 of us in here. I appreciate all of you. Check out the channel. A lot of crazy stuff going on. Unboxings coming soon, and a lot of customization, new stuff real soon. Having a blast. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll see y'all later. Have a great Sunday. Check you later.